My friend, I want to introduce you to one of the most powerful, yet misunderstood, principles of success. It is a principle hidden in the painful silence of rejection, in the sting of a closed door, and in the quiet disappointment of a dream deferred. It is the principle of 1,000 no's and one yes. You see, we have been conditioned to believe that success is a straight line. We imagine a path with no obstacles, a journey with no detours, a harvest with no planting. We believe that the yes is the goal, but today I want to reveal a profound truth. The yes is not the goal. It is the reward. Huffy. The no is not the enemy. It is the tuition. Every great invention, every world-changing business, every anointed ministry was birthed not from a chorus of approval, but from a symphony of rejection. The no is the divine curriculum required to prepare you for the weight of the yes. Why must it be this way? First, the no purifies your motive. When you begin your journey, your dream can be contaminated with the desire for the approval of man. You want to be celebrated, to be seen, to be validated, but the no is a refiner's fire. It burns away the fragile need for human applause and forces you to ask, am I doing this for them, or am I doing this for the assignment? Is this about my ego, or is this about my purpose? A dream that survives 1,000 no's is a dream that is no longer dependent on the opinion of people. It is a dream rooted in conviction. Second, the no builds your spiritual and emotional muscle. Your potential is like a muscle. It cannot be strengthened without resistance. Every no is a weight you are forced to lift. It builds the resilience in your spirit, the tenacity in your soul, and the fortitude in your character. The person who receives a yes on the first ask is often weak, unable to handle the pressure that comes with the promise. But the person who has endured 1,000 no's has been forged in the fire for her. They are unshakable, unstoppable, and ready for the responsibility of the yes. Third, the no provides the data for your destiny. A no is not a stop sign. It is a divine redirect. It is the universe providing you with critical data. It says, not this person, not this way, not this time. Each no sharpens your focus, clarifies your message, and directs you closer to the right door. The 999 incorrect paths must be identified and closed off so that you can find the one correct path that leads to your divine appointment. The no is not rejection, it is protection and direction. Therefore, I charge you today, stop counting the no's as losses, start counting them as lessons. Stop seeing them as roadblocks and start recognizing them as stepping stones. The yes you are praying for is not floating in the air, waiting to randomly land on someone. It is waiting at the end of a very specific, very necessary path, a path paved with the stones of perseverance, faithfulness, and unwavering belief in your God-given assignment. Do not despise the process. Do not retreat from the resistance. The no is simply the sound of your character being built. The no is the friction that polishes the diamond of your potential. So, go out and collect your no's. Thank God for every single one. For when you finally stand before that one glorious yes, you will understand that it was not the 1,000 no's that delayed your destiny. They were the very things that prepared you to manage it, to steward it, and to build something with it that will last for eternity. We have been culturally programmed to view success as a linear, upward trajectory, a clean, uninterrupted ascent to the summit. We imagine a path free of significant obstacles, where our ideas are met with immediate approval and our efforts are rewarded with prompt affirmation. This distorted expectation is one of the greatest thieves of destiny because it causes us to misinterpret the very process designed to strengthen us. We see the no as a deviation from the path, a sign of failure, or evidence that we are on the wrong track. But this perspective is a fundamental error in spiritual arithmetic. The yes is not the goal you work toward. It is the reward you receive for having successfully completed the necessary curriculum of no's. The no is not a penalty. It is the tuition fee you pay for the advanced degree in your purpose. Every closed door, every rejected proposal, every silent response is not a subtraction from your potential, but an essential investment in it. This principle operates on the spiritual law of capacity. A small yes requires little preparation. A minor opportunity can be managed with minimal character for. but a God-sized yes, a promise that can shift cultures, birth industries, or impact generations, requires a container of immense strength and resilience. You cannot pour the ocean of a major breakthrough into the thimble of an untested character. The 1,000 no's are the divine process of forging that container. They are the pressure that turns the carbon of your faith into the diamond of your destiny. Each rejection is a blow that strengthens your resolve, a disappointment that deepens your dependence on divine guidance, and a delay that purifies your motives. When you finally receive that one monumental yes, you will not be a fragile recipient easily broken by the weight of responsibility. You will be a seasoned steward forged in the fire of perseverance, ready to build something that will last. The yes is the celebration, but the no's are the grueling sacred training that makes you worthy of the victory lap. To despise the no is to despise the very process that qualifies you for the promise. We often begin our journey with dreams that are, if we are honest, contaminated. Our desire to build, create, or lead is often mixed with a hidden hunger for the applause of others. We seek validation, recognition, and the approval of those we admire. We want our names to be known and our work to be celebrated. This is the fragile human soil in which many dreams are first planted. But a dream rooted in the need for external validation has a shallow root system. It cannot withstand the drought of criticism or the storms of opposition. The purpose of the 1,000 no's is to act as a refiner's fire, burning away this chaff of ego and leaving behind the pure gold of conviction. Every time you are met with a no, a rejection, or silence, you are forced to make a choice. Will you abandon the vision because it is not being celebrated, or will you cling to it simply because you know, in the deepest place of your spirit, that it is yours to do? The no systematically severs your dependency on the oxygen of human approval. It forces you to find your breath in a different source, the quiet, unwavering certainty of your assignment. This process is painful but sacred. It purges the dream of its selfish ambitions and sanctifies it for its true purpose. The dream is no longer a vehicle for your glorification. It becomes a vessel for your contribution. You stop creating for the crowd and start building for the call. A yes that comes too early, before this purification is complete, is often a curse in disguise. It can inflate an underdeveloped ego, tying your identity to the fickle winds of public opinion and setting you up for a far greater fall when the applause inevitably fades. The 1,000 no's protect you from this. They ensure that when the final yes arrives, you are not a performer seeking a spotlight, but a servant answering a summons. Your motive is no longer, do they like me? But this is what I was born to do, whether they like it or not. This is the unshakable foundation upon which truly world-changing legacies are built. Potential is not a static possession. It is a dormant force, a spiritual muscle that must be developed through resistance. We mistakenly believe that strength, resilience, and tenacity are innate qualities that some people are simply born with. The truth is, these traits are forged in the furnace of adversity. They are the direct products of overcoming resistance. The 1,000 no's you encounter are not arbitrary obstacles. They are the divinely prescribed weight training regimen for your soul. Each rejection is a heavy barbell you are called to lift. At first, the weight feels unbearable. A single no can send you spiraling into doubt and despair. But with each repetition, something miraculous happens. Your spiritual sinews strengthen, your emotional endurance expands, your capacity to withstand pressure increases. The 1,000th no that would have crushed you at the beginning of your journey is now met with a calm, determined smile. You have been conditioned. This process builds what I call character capital. This is a currency more valuable than any financial investment. It is the fortitude to lead when others are quitting. It is the resilience to stand when the winds of opposition are howling. It is the tenacity to keep believing when every external circumstance screams give up. The person who receives a swift and easy yes has not developed this capital. They are spiritually and emotionally bankrupt when true challenges arise. Their house is built on the sand of good fortune, and it will not stand. But you, the one who has endured the grueling, repetitive training of rejection, you are building on the unshakable rock of proven perseverance. Your foundation is not luck, it is legacy. The yes you are destined to receive requires a container strong enough to hold it without cracking under the pressure of its own success. The 1,000 no's are not preventing your destiny. They are constructing the resilient, unstoppable vessel that will carry it. Imagine you are a navigator charting a course to a hidden, priceless treasure. The treasure is your destiny, your one monumental yes, but the map is blank. You have no coordinates. The 1,000 no's are not storms trying to sink your ship. They are the buoys and beacons that appear one by one, showing you where the safe channel is not. Each no is a critical data point. It says, do not invest your resources here. This partner is not aligned with your purpose. So, this strategy is ineffective. This audience is not ready for your message. Without this data, you would waste a lifetime sailing in circles in a vast ocean of possibilities, burning your fuel and wasting your season on paths that lead nowhere. The no provides the necessary elimination required for divine focus. It forces you to refine your pitch, to clarify your vision, to purify your offering. The first time you present your idea, it may be clumsy and unfocused. The 10th time, it is sharper. The 100th time, it is a razor-sharp instrument that cuts through the noise and speaks directly to the core need of your divine audience. This is not rejection. It is a masterclass in market fit taught by the universe itself. Every incorrect path must be identified and closed off. The 999 no's are the process of identifying all the wrong doors so you can stop knocking on them and finally stand before the one right door, the one that was designed specifically for you. If you received a yes too early, you might spend years building something on a faulty foundation with the wrong people or in the wrong market. The no is a form of divine protection, saving you from a success that would ultimately become a prison. It is not a no to you or your dream. It is a no to a specific iteration, a particular path, or a misplaced alliance. By collecting these data points with gratitude instead of grief, you are actively participating in your own navigation. You are co-creating your course with God, using the feedback of closed doors to steer you unerringly toward the one that is destined to open. We often view the journey to our destiny as a passive waiting game, as if our purpose is a pre-packaged gift that will be handed to us once we have proven ourselves patient enough. We see the 1,000 no's as a punitive delay, a divine holding pattern designed to test our faith through a season of frustrating inactivity. This is a profound misunderstanding of the economy of the kingdom. The process is not a passive wait, it is an active construction site. And it can. The 1,000 no's are not a delay of your destiny. They are the very materials and the necessary labor required to build a foundation capable of supporting it. Every single no is a brick of perseverance. Every closed door is a load-bearing wall of resilience. Every moment of disappointed hope is the mortar of character that holds the entire structure together. You are not waiting for a palace to appear. You are building it, one rejected proposal, one failed attempt, one lesson learned at a time. The yes is not a structure that descends from heaven fully formed. It is the moment the final brick is laid, the roof is placed, and the building is declared complete and ready for occupancy. If the yes arrived before the foundation was poured, the entire magnificent structure would collapse under its own weight. The promise is too great for an underdeveloped foundation. The 1,000 no's are the rigorous, non-negotiable process of digging deep and laying a foundation of such immense strength and depth that when the skyscraper of your destiny is finally built upon it, no storm, no earthquake, and no crisis can ever cause it to fall. This is why you cannot despise the process. To beg for the yes without the no's is to beg for a masterpiece built on sand. It is to ask for a harvest you have not sown. The season of no is the sacred season of sowing. It is the difficult, often thankless work of plowing the hard ground, planting the seeds of faithfulness, and watering them with your tears of disappointment. The 1,000 no's are the seeds. The one yes is the harvest. You cannot have the harvest without first faithfully planting the seeds. Therefore, do not see yourself as a victim of a slow process. See yourself as a master builder, an expert farmer. Every no is another truckload of materials delivered to your site. Every rejection is another seed placed in the soil. Your destiny is not being withheld, it is being constructed. And the builder is using the toughest materials available to ensure that what he builds through you will not merely be successful, but it will be permanent.